Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to this particular video on vaping. Today we're going to use an app. You're seeing me hold my phone, but when I show you the screen, you're not going to see the person who I'm talking to, and I'll explain how that is. We're joined by Jordan on an app called Aira for blind people. Trained professionals. They help blind people out, doing numerous things. I've used it for things like checking my mail, finding out where my Lyft ride was, all kinds of stuff. So here's another way that Aira can be used. I recently got a mod here. It's a, well, I'll let them tell you here in a minute. But Jordan, I'm going to go ahead and show this to you. Basically, the way this works is it works through the back camera on my phone. I'm not using the glasses. I just have the back camera on the phone. So go ahead, Jordan. It should say the name on there of what it is.
Alrighty then. So I do see what looks like the letters U, O, and Y. So I don't want to mispronounce it if it's like a ooey or anything like that. But
Wonder if I turn it around if there's something. Let's see.
Let's see there. There we go. So on this particular side, we do have a symbol of a cut diamond and the word diamond printed underneath it.
So this is it's a iJoy Diamond mod is what it is, with a Firelook mesh tank on it. Now, for someone who's totally blind like me, he can describe it, you know, how it looks and whatnot. Go ahead, Jordan.
Sure. So, so your mod, it follows a basic rectangular shape. The outer portions of it, on all sides, are a rather very metallic gold color. On the, I believe, the widest faces, the parts that say iJoy and the parts that say diamond, there is a portion almost like an expanded X shape that are actually covered in a glossy black color as opposed to the metallic gold. And up towards the very, very top, the part that looks like almost like a nozzle is a light blue ring that does go around the entirety of the top.
Okay, and you see the Firelook mesh tank on the top.
That I do, and say it does look to be, in particular, at least from this angle, I do see what looks to be the dark, it actually comes in a dark blue color that does appear at the very top of the device.
So for those of you who can see, I'm going to set the phone down real quick. Here's the device he was describing. There's the device he was describing. Now, if I push the button, and I don't know how long it stays on the screen, Jordan, but go ahead and tell me what's on the screen when I push the button now.
Alright, so it looks like I can see the numbers 650 up towards the top left-hand corner. Also down towards the bottom left-hand corner, I don't see any kind of unit next to either of these numbers, but I do also see 299. And if you could move me just a little bit to the right, as the screen still is up, it does look like there's also, let's see, okay, I did now just see it's actually 2.99 volts, it looks like, and there is a mode listed as well as power and the word hard in the bottom right-hand corner.
Awesome. So that 650 is probably 65.0 watts, would be my guess. So one of the things I can do is have him tell me when I'm at 70 watts. I use 65, but for an example, I'm going to do that. And Jordan, just when I hit 70, let me know. It should move by 0.1 increments.
It does. And if you could move me just a little bit to the right, just so I can be especially sure. Yep, perfect. So we are currently moving up. We just hit 66.3. Alright, as we're continuing, we're at 67.1. And at 68 now. We're at 69, and we're keep going. And 70.
There we go. So let's see. If I push the fire button 3 times, it should go into the menu.
Yep, it has gone to the menu. Let's see if you could again move me just a little bit to the right. Alrighty. And so now currently we do have the menu in the top left-hand corner. It does have the letters P and then a very small W. In the top right-hand corner are the letters T, C. There is a second row that includes the letters TCR, and then the second option in that row is set. And then the very bottom option, which is its own row, its third row, says reset puff.
Yeah. So now, is any of those highlighted?
Currently, there is a small arrow underneath the one that says PW.
All right, so I'm thinking you push the fire button to select it, maybe? Let's see.
So upon clicking that, we now are given a finger pointing towards norm, hard, soft, or user. In that order, vertically down the screen.
And which one? It should be pointing at, I would think it would be set on hard right now because that's what it was set on earlier.
It is actually currently pointing towards normal.
All right, so I wonder, do I use up or do I use down to go to hard?
You can move down to go to hard. It seems like the screen has actually just disappeared briefly.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty. So upon clicking that button, it does look like we've now actually reached, if you could move me a little bit to the right, what looks to be, actually we are now on user, and there are 6 vertical bars that go across the screen. They all seem to be about half full at the moment, and then beneath it, it says 70 watts.
Oh, okay. So, what did that do?
That the leftmost vertical bar, which is the one that we currently have selected, went down slightly.
Oh, interesting. So I wonder how I get out of here, because I don't want it on user.
So that actually moved our selected bar. Now we are on the 3rd vertical bar. 4th. 5th. We now have the 6th bar selected. Alright, now we are on the exit.
Okay. So if I hit that, it should exit.
We've actually now rotated back to the 1st vertical bar.
Oh, so maybe I gotta...
We're on the 4th.
Okay, that's interesting. How do you get out of here? I thought clicking it 3 times would do it. 1, 2, 3.
Actually, that's brought us back to the exit button.
All right, I wonder how you do the exit button, though. Because all I got are up and down arrows.
So upon clicking that, it's actually brought us back to the very first screen that showed up here, which has the 70 watts and the 2.99 volts.
Huh. Okay. Yep, and I can vape again, but let's see. Now, does it still say power and hard?
It does still, yes.
Okay, so I didn't actually change it. That's good to know. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I do appreciate your help on that. Like I said, I wanted to demo that for people. Real quick, I'm just going to show them the screen that they would, you know, if a sighted person were to look at my phone right now, they don't see you. But right there, that's what you guys would see if you were using the app I'm using right now. But as you see, it's a very useful app. You do pay for minutes, but as you see, it's well worth it because the people are actually trained. I'm not just calling a volunteer. This is actually someone who's trained in how to assist blind people. So Jordan, I'd like to thank you for helping out, and you've been wonderful.
Of course, at any time.
All right, take care.
You as well.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
So when he hangs up, you'll see that, there he goes.
Call ended. Skip feedback button.
So I've got a feedback thing here. Well, okay, you didn't get to see the screen, I'm sorry.
Screen curtain on.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Speech off.
Whoops.
Speech on.
I'm getting my commands confused.
Screen curtain off.
All right, so real quick.
Feedback heading. Submit button. How was your experience? Good. Button. 1
You
of 2.
only get choices of good
Poor.
and
Button.
poor.
2 of 2. Good.
So we're going to
1 of
put
2.
good.
Selected. Good. 1 of 2.
And then I'm going to do
How? Submit. Button.
submit.
Submit. Thanks for your class. Button. 1 of 2.
And there you go. Then it goes back to the main screen of the app. So there's another way that, now a lot of blind people sadly don't have Aira. It is not free. You do get a set of glasses. May uses those as she actually goes out and about more than I do. And the glasses would be better for more out and about when you're walking than what I'm doing. I just use the phone. I'm actually pretty decent at using the camera on the phone. But as you saw, he's able to tell me, or they're able to tell me where things are in the mod and whatnot. Now, obviously, they don't know how to set the mods. In other words, as you saw, him and I were having issues selecting under user. We were having trouble, or under the power thing, I was having trouble selecting which power level I wanted. Why? Because I don't know how you do it. I have to know. I have to know how to do it. That's not their job. They don't, they wouldn't know how to do that. Their job is to help me. They're basically being my eyeballs. Now, there are times they can help. Like if you're going, like if I wanted to walk to Taco Bell, I could tell them, they would be able to see the GPS on my phone, and they would say, oh, okay, you want to go to Taco Bell. So they would look up the closest Taco Bell, and they could guide me there, but I still have to know how to do mobility. In other words, I have to know how to use my cane, how to walk, how to get around obstacles. Now, would they tell me about obstacles? Absolutely. If there was a tree branch in the middle of the tree, they would, or in the road, or in the sidewalk, they would tell me. But like I said, sadly, a lot of blind people don't have it. But it is a very useful thing. And as you saw, I could use it for mods. But the thing is, why should I have to? The technology is there, people, that they're already making mods with AI in them, artificial intelligence, where they can listen to us. Smock is coming out with one here in about 3 months or so that not only can you talk to it, it talks back to you. So the technology is there, folks. Help us out. Put more commands in them that make more sense. Instead of power high, power high, power high. First of all, I don't even know what wattage I'm at. So have it to where I can just tell it what wattage to put it at. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Plenty more to come. So stay tuned, everybody. And keep on vaping.